Good morning everyone. This is the lecture for class 12th, subject physical education. Today we are going to start with the new chapter, which is chapter number 8, and name of the chapter is biomechanics in sports. So this is your lecture number 1, and in this lecture number 1 we are going to start with the very first subtopic which is given in the book, which is meaning and importance of biomechanics. So before starting the meaning and importance of biomechanics, I'll give you a small introduction that when we talk about games and sport, it is very important for us professionally to understand different techniques and skills which are used in games and sports, and to enhance our performance, it is important for us to understand all the aspects which are related to it. So moving towards biomechanics, which is one of the sub-discipline of physical education also, as well as in physics also it is used. So when we talk about biomechanics, so biomechanics is a combination of two words from here. You can see first is your bio, which means life or living thing, which means life or living things. The next word which is here, it is your mechanics. And now mechanics refers to the field of physics and the forces which act upon the body which is in motion. So it is physics and the forces. So here you need to understand that when we combine these two words, which is bio and mechanics, when you combine them, we come to understand that how different laws of physics or mechanical physics and these forces affect the motion of living things. Whatever motion it is, whether we are running, walking, sitting, throwing something, kicking a ball, catching a ball, whatever motion or the movements which are done by living things or living beings, all those have some effect by physics or its forces. The forces or physics can have the both effect, that is negative as well as positive effect. So for a better understanding and better understanding of the definition as well, I will give you a flow chart here that biomechanics is a study. So it is basically a study or science which deals with the bodily movements which are exactly affected, or for the better understanding we can use the mechanical forces or the physics. So from here, if you understand it, that biomechanics is the study or sciences which deals with bodily movements or a motion of a living organism, and it is in relation with physics or several forces which are there which affects the bodily movement, or because of these physics what kind of motions and bodily movements are there. For example, when we take a small example of gravity. Now when you understand gravity, that we mean that when there is a gravitational pull, whatever is thrown upward, or when you jump, basically all the object because of the gravitational pull will come back to the ground. This is what we know and which we have understood from physics or biomechanics. Now you understand that if you are throwing a ball, it might be at a degree of 90 all straight, or at a degree of 45 or 60, right? Whatever, if I am going to throw a ball upward, it will basically be coming down. And from where we come to have this information? We have this information from physics. So here when we understand that each and everything which will be thrown upward will be coming down, so this is also going to affect our different techniques and skills which are used in games and sports. As we know that games and sports are related to our bodily movements only. So it is very important for us to understand biomechanics. Biomechanics also helps you in evaluating the performances and we are also able to understand how and what kind of techniques are to be used. So biomechanics not only used in improving your performance, but also the techniques, the research work which is basically done on games and sports. You can also use it on the teaching methods which you actually use to teach the sports person how a sports person is to be taught, or what all kind of exercises or skills are to be taught to him. Then you can also talk about the different equipments. Basically there are a lot of changes in the equipments which we use in games and sports. If you look at a few years back, what kind of equipments you might be using and what kind of material or fiber you use now in the equipments which are used nowadays. So you might have understood that, again, just the definition so that you can have a better understanding, that biomechanics is the study of forces and their effects on living system. So after the meaning, we are going to start with the importance of biomechanics. So now we are going to do the importance of biomechanics. So the very first importance is it assists in improving techniques. So before moving into this technique topic, you need to understand that, as I said, biomechanics is going to help you out in each and everything. And now because we have competition at very higher level and each and every player or team do get a similar kind of standards of their workout or techniques which they use, so they need to have some extra knowledge of science also, so that their performance can be enhanced. So what basically is there from the first topic, the importance that it helps you in improving the different techniques. Now if you understand this point, that if from biomechanics I'll come to know that what kind of technique is to be used so that my performance can be enhanced. So if you understand that point, you will understand that yes, this particular physics is helping us out in improving not only the techniques or the skills which are used, but also we are improving our performance. And performance is the main basic thing. So you should understand that performance can be enhanced only when you have good techniques or better techniques which are used in games and sports. So that is very important. So what happen is, because you understand different forces which are used in games and sports, or you understand that what all forces are there, internal forces or the external forces which actually affect our body when we are in motion. So you can easily bring changes or modifications in the techniques of games and sports. Like for example, as I said earlier also, when we know in projectile, for example, that we know that if any object is thrown at a degree of 45, then it is going to cover maximum distance. This is, you might have studied in physics when you might be doing this projectile, right? So in the same way, if I will ask you to throw a ball and you have to throw a ball at a distance of 60 meters, for example. Now if you are going to throw that ball at a degree of 90, so you might have understood that if you are going to throw it all upward in a 90-degree angle, it will come down there itself. So you have to throw that ball at a degree of 45. So that is why after understanding this study, only then there are several sports person or their coaches tell that when you are competing in a throwing event, it might be a shot put, discus, javelin, hammer throw, any of the throwing event you are participating then every time a coach tell a child or a player that you need to throw the object or the equipment at a degree of 45. Right. Now in the book, basically the example it is given about the high jump. As in high jump, the techniques kept on changing in the earlier times. In the very early time, they used to use this scissor technique. Then there was this technique which is known as straddle. These both techniques were used highly by different players which were competing in high jump competition, whether they were competing in national or international level. But after some time, there was a person known as Dick Frosbury. So Mr. Frosbury actually came up with a new technique which was known as Frosbury flop, and this technique was actually came into existence when he made up a lot of experiments about these techniques. He learned about it through the sciences which he might have studying that time. So now only this technique is used, because through this technique only in high jump you can have the maximum performance you can get. So you might have understood that if we want to improve our performance, you need to improve the technique, and if you understand physics or the forces which act upon the body, then you can easily improve your techniques while performing anything. The next topic or the next importance is it helps in improving the equipments also. So next is 2 is it is helpful in improving your equipments. So every time when you come across equipments, they keep on changing, whether it would be a cricket bat or a badminton racket or a ball or a shuttlecock. So the material which is used as an equipment, or you can say what all kind of the dimensions of different equipments, the material of different equipments. So all these equipments keep on changing or improvising with the help of biomechanics, because we understand what kind of different objects are to be used. Now if I'll give you an example of javelin only. Now if you take a javelin, it is not a straight object, it is a object which is something like this, right? And then there is a shaft where you grip it. So because of its physics laws, you understand that this particular object is made like this. Now you might have seen a discus. So discus looks like a plate. But do we throw it all flat? No, we don't throw it all flat. Why? Because if we are going to throw it all flat like this, then this particular surface area is going to have more air resistance. And if there will be, the surface area will be more air resistance will be there. And because of that reason, the distance which is to be covered by this particular object will be less. So that is why it is not thrown like this, it is thrown like this, in this position. So that the air resistance would be less and the distance covered would be more. So from where do we understand all this? Is again the same thing. We understand all these things because we understand the forces which are affecting the motion of the object or a living organism. Because of which reason, it also helps in improving the different equipments which are used in games and sports. Next point or next important is it also facilitates performance in sports. So it also helps you in enhancing your performance. The third point is enhancing or facilitating performance. Okay. So in the earlier two importance, when we were reading about them or discussing about them, you might have come across that again and again I was saying that if you are going to improve the techniques, then there will be an improvement in performance. Then I said that if there will be improvement in the equipments which you are using, then obviously again there will be an enhancement in performance. So there are several other reasons through which we actually enhance the small objectives of games and sports, and because of those fulfillment of those objectives, only then the performance is enhanced. which is one of the most important thing in your games and sports. If you want to compete, an individual is exactly competing to win a particular game. So it is important for us to understand that if through biomechanics or through understanding of different aspects of physics or laws of physics or forces which are applied on a body, that if we are going to enhance the basic things which are used in games and sports, whether it is a small technique or a skill which is used in games and sports, or the equipment or what kind of equipment we are using, not only when we are talking about the competition but also when we practice or when we go for practice sessions, there are nowadays several or various kind of equipments which you can buy or which you can use, which are going to enhance your basic performances at the time of competition. So the enhancement of performance is done only when you understand the bodily movements of an individual, you understand what kind of motions are to be done, what kind of motions are going to enhance or improvise your own performances which you are doing, what kind of things are to be needed while performing all the skills and techniques. So all these kind of informations or knowledge is in a detail which is given by you when you understand biomechanics or when you understand the different forces which are used to enhance the different aspects of games and sports. Then moving towards the next importance, which is it supports in preventing the injuries. It supports in preventing the injuries. Injury is something which is kind of very common in games and sports. Whatever game you are playing, it might be cricket, football, hockey, volleyball, badminton, whatever game, table tennis, whatever game you are into, you are highly prone to injuries because you know that there are bodily movements. You might fall down, you might have a rub off because of the hard surfaces on which you are playing. Many of the equipments which are used while playing games and sports, if you get hit by that, you can have abrasions, you can have contusions, you can even have bruises, you can have cuts because of edgy sports equipments like discus and several other equipments are there. So there are several reasons that we know that through, if you are participating in any of the games and sports, yes, injuries can be there. But when you understand what kind of a motion is important, now if I understand that if I am walking at some distance and I know what kind of motions are to be required, then I might prevent myself from falling. Or if I know that because of these laws, my center of gravity, when you know, see if an individual is standing, right? If an individual is standing, when you know that center of gravity is at the center and it is a place where your body's weight is all balanced, right? Okay. Now we say that when you lower down or you bend down or you sit, then this balance is increased because your center of gravity is lowered. Now from where did you come to know that because of this center of gravity, if I am going to lower it down, then I will not fall? You came to know it with the help of physics only. And now this physics rules or this information which you got from physics, you are using it in games and sports. You might have seen in boxing, you might have seen in wrestling that the players who are performing in the ring, they actually bend their knees a little bit and then stand. They also focus that both their legs are a few feet apart, because if the base of support will be more, then your balance will be more. For example, I tell you, this is a pen. The base of support is this much only. If I make it stand like this, will it be standing? No, it will not stand. Why? Because the base of support is less. That is why the body is not balanced. A duster, look at the base of support of it. Now when you talk about base of support, easily standing on my hand. How it is possible? Because the base of support is more. Its center of gravity is here, which is very lower to the base of support. Now when I was talking about this marker, that base of support small, center of gravity higher. So center of gravity, base of support, all these terminologies. From where do you understand? You understand it from physics, right? So that is why it is very easy for a person to understand that if you understand the different forces which are acting upon you or the body which is in motion, will be easily be preventing from all the injuries which you might get while participating in games and sports. The next one is help in promoting safety. So as we already did prevention of injuries, now the next one is it helps in promoting safety. Now you might be thinking that how we are going to promote safety with the help of physics laws and everything. So when we were talking about the second point, we were talking about the equipments which are used. So basically if you understand that safety, how safety is done, a cricket, a batsman who is batting uses helmet, several guards. It might be your thigh guard or side guard. It might be a elbow guard. Then in hockey, you have shin guards. So there are several other different safety equipments which are used by a sports person. Now, how do we understand that this kind of a particular thing is to be used? Or I'll tell you how, that when you throw something at a force, if the force is more, then an individual can easily get hurt because of it. So we know that if we are going to use these safety equipments which are made because we understand the different aspects of forces. So for example, now we are talking about that skull is an organ, or you can say is a part of our body which is very delicate exactly. And if we get hurt there, an individual might have several severe problems because of getting hurt in the skull. So that is why we use helmet. Now the material which is exactly used while making a helmet and a guard would be different from each other. Why? Because we understand the forces which are there. So through biomechanics, because we understand the materials which are to be used, the cloth which is to be used, all those things, when we understand biomechanics, it will be easier for us to promote safety, and that because of biomechanics or because of the better understanding of physics laws or biomechanics, then we can actually promote safety and we can save our players from getting injured or having any kind of problem. The next point is the sixth point here, and the sixth point is it works in the improvement of training. So it also improves your training. So basically when you understand this, that it's just not about how a player performs or what a player is going to perform, but it is also about what a teacher is teaching, or you can say coach, right? So through biomechanics, through understanding of different laws of physics, as I said, that because you understand projectile, because you understand gravitational pull, because you understand air resistance, you understand aerodynamics, how a body is going to work when there is wind, or how a body is going to work when it is underwater, like there is swimming and several other games which are aquatic games. So we understand the different aspects and forces which are acted upon the body when we are at different situations and conditions in the environment. So not only the players will have to understand, but the teacher or a coach who is training an individual needs to know or have the knowledge of these laws. Only then an individual will be able to improve the training methods or the techniques which are to be used. Now for example, nowadays there are several different modified, you can say, modified equipments which are used, right, to enhance the process of this whole competitions and the off season, everything which is directly related to our training methods. Now there are several training methods. Now if I say that I need to enhance my endurance, for example, now if I am talking about endurance, then we know that endurance is something which can be enhanced only when our heart and lungs are enhanced, the capacity of heart and lungs. Okay, so here we need to understand that what kind of methods or the training methods are used to enhance our endurance. There is continuous training method, there is repetition method, or there is partly method. So there are several different methods which are used. Now basically these methods are made when we understand the different aspects of our surroundings. What kind of surroundings do we have? How do we have to move from one place to another when we are doing different different movements, or if we are in motion, then how we can save ourselves, or what all kind of techniques are to be used. So if we understand the basic need of games and sports, which is the bodily movements which are performed, then we can easily improve the way of training also. The next point is your 7th point. And your 7th point is it facilitates in understanding the human body. So when we talk about human body, so it is understanding of human body. So through the basis of our physics, we can understand the different systems which work in our body. The functioning mainly, it might be a circulatory system, nervous system, and many other systems which are working. And you might also be understanding that all the bodily movements which happen in our body are all connected with our nervous system. So if we understand how our nervous system is going to work with our muscular system, only then you know that if there is a combination of these two, only then you are going to have a better skill or a technique, or you can say, just if you talk about it, we can just say how you are going to move from one place to another. If I have to pick up this duster, then my mind has to tell the particular muscle that yes, now you have to pick up this duster and this is how you need to grip it and this is how you have to use it, right? Only then you are going to understand. So through biomechanics, through these laws and motions, you understand different human body organs or the different systems or functions of these different systems. So here also we are going to understand that now our body is made up of bones, muscles and joints. Now each and every joint is also going to have a different kind of motion of the body. Like for example, if we talk about our elbow. So when we talk about our elbow joint, then we know that in our elbow joint there are only two kinds of motion. One is your extension, another one is your flexion. So how I am going to use this particular motion in games and sports? Or do I have to use it in particular way? If I am throwing something, now what, I just can't throw something like this, just contracting both the sides in just a flexion and you are going to throw. No, you have to extend your whole hand and then you are going to throw something. Whether it is a cricket ball or anything, it might be a volleyball, hitting a volleyball, or you are using a swing or whatever skill or technique we are performing, we need to understand the human body. And we are going to understand it. Why? How? Because all these motions, it might be a flexion, extension, circumduction, abduction, whatever motions are performed in games and sports, they are all done on the different axes and planes which are there. It might be a sagittal axis, it might be your coronal axis. So there are different kind of axes on which these particular motions or these all this flexion extension works. So when you have a better understanding of axes and planes, which comes from physics only, when you have a better understanding of it, only then you are going to understand your own human body and how this human body can be used so that the performance can be enhanced. The last point here is it assists in improving the teaching and the learning system. So we are going to write first the last point, and so the 8th point is the improvement or increase in a better way of teaching and your learning. So if both teacher and a student is going to have a better knowledge of physics and understand all the aspects of how physics is used, how the forces are exactly affects the different motions of an individual. So through this we can also have this improvement in our teaching methods and also in the learning of a particular thing. So if I understand that like as I told you before also about a 45-degree angle or a 90-degree angle thing, that if there is a projectile and everything, so it will go further. So if I have a knowledge about it, only then I'm going to teach you. And if you also understand the aspects of physics, then you are going to have a better learning of that particular topic. So that is why it is important for both the teacher and a student or a player or a coach to have a better understanding of physics and biomechanics. So this is the end of your lecture, and we are just going to revise it, that what all things we have done in this lecture today. So we started with the meaning, right? We basically started with the meaning of the biomechanics. So when we did the meaning of biomechanics, we said that it is a study, just a study, okay, through which you understand different bodily movements. So study which understands bodily movements with the help of mechanical physics. This is what you have understood. The basic thing which we did was the meaning, and the meaning is that biomechanics help you in studying the bodily movement with the help of different mechanical physics or laws of physics. Then we did the importance. So there were basically 8 importance which were given in the book. So the first importance was it improves the technique. So the first one was about improving techniques. Second one was about enhancing our equipments, that if we have better understanding of biomechanics, then we can easily enhance or modify our equipment so that we can perform well, or we can have good records, or we can have good performance in games and sports. The third one was it helps in improving the performances. It also improves your performance. Right? The fourth one was about the injuries. So it also helps you in preventing injuries. Fifth point was about safety. Sixth point was about the improvement in your training method. So training is also improved. Seventh point was it will give you a better understanding on your own human body. And the very last point which we discussed today was about enhancement of teaching and learning. Right? So these were the importance which we have talked about and discussed: the techniques improvement, the equipments which are improved, performance improved, prevention of injuries, promoting safety, having a better or improvement in the training methods which we use to enhance our performances, better understanding of human body. We had talked about the different movements which are done. We also talked about the teaching and learning. So this is the end of your lecture. Now the homework which you need to do for your lecture. Question number 1 is you need to define the biomechanics. So you just need to define what biomechanics is. Define biomechanics. This is your question number 1. And in question number 2, you need to explain any 5 importance of biomechanics. So you may write the importance in your own words also. So this is the end of your lecture. Thank you.